Nobody could have prepared me for trying to date in your 30s. I have been actively single for about 4 years. As we know, toxic is the new norm. Situations are all too frequent. This last year, I've really done some growing, some healing, and I really felt like I was ready to dive into the dating pool, okay? So patterns that I toxic things I used to do, I'm like, no more, we're not doing that. I'm like, okay, men who are a little bit younger than me, no, not doing it. Guys who are the same age as me, they're kind of toxic, need to grow up still. Next level unlocked, men in their 40s. No one could have prepared me for grandpa playing games with me. Why are you playing games with my heart when you should be playing chess?
Right.
They're still ghosting. They're still slow fading. You're 10 years away from AARP. What the f doing? You are a wellness check away from a daily dose of aspirin. Why are you still acting like a father?
I would really love at some point in time that these modern women would just use their brains. I understand that pretty much everybody stereotypes of some sort in some way, but critical thought should enter into your mind at some point in time. And as we can clearly see, unfortunately, it's not. And she keeps on running into the same problem, talking about she healed. I'd like to know what that healing was. What did that entail? What did you and your therapist talk about? Because a lot of modern women say that, but then they keep on running into the same problems. So you healed from what? Common sense?
Y'all were not when you told me how horrible this dating scene was. I finally decided to put myself out there, and I am going crazy. My head is, this is not the same world that it was 9-10 years ago. I used to have such an easy time finding dates, meeting people, or just making friends. And now it's like, you can't even get a text back. You go out with somebody, they ghost you. What the f*** going on?
Keep on trying to tell y'all, man. These men keep on trying to tell you, you not what you think you are. It ain't the same as what it used to be. Y'all still living back in 1999 or whenever y'all had y'all glory days, and now y'all seeing for sure, hey, this ain't no glory day moment. This is reality. This is the future. Get with it or be alone.
So my man was at the urgent care this morning, and tell me why. A girl that checked him in and checked him out took his number out of the system, texted him, talking about, you're too fine for me not to say anything. I hope this isn't awkward, blah, blah.
It is.
Oh, baby, you want to risk your job. You want to risk your job. Texting my man? Okay, boo.
I don't think that you need to be worried about it being awkward. You need to worry about it being a crime. It's got to be a HIPAA violation or something.
But I think at this point of my life, I would no longer trust any female friends ever again, no matter what they tell me, no matter if they have BPD or not. I don't care anymore. I'll be this heartless bitch, okay? Because every single time when I thought this girl might be, you know, my best friend, whatever, they always turn out to be a fraud.
Right.
They're not who they are, or they're not someone that they claim to be. And I'm tired of.
Unfortunately, this young lady is learning what modern women do. She's learning who modern women are. This is what they do. This is who they are. But proceed.
I'm done. I'm through. Like, every single time they're just lying to my face, telling me how much they like me, they want to be my friends, and then they're always there for me. They're not. It's like, if they actually care just a little bit about me, they won't be ghosting me for extended amount of time. Like, I don't care how busy you are. Like, no one is ever busy. Like, if my ex-boyfriend, who was twice my age, has 2 kids,
right,
and then has 2 jobs, if he can find a time to text me, other people doesn't have any care.
Yep.
I just don't. Like, at this point of my life, I'm tired of giving people the benefit of the doubt, especially giving female friends the benefit of the doubt. Like, I'm still gonna be a girl's girl through and through. Like, I'm not gonna be doing shady things to girls, whatever, but like, I'm just saying that, like, I can have my heart getting played by those girls over and over again. For what? For what? Like, you have BPD, I have BPD as well. Like, I don't think you're any better than me. I don't think I'm any better than you, nor I'm any worse than you. I'm just having this like resentment moment right now because I'm just like, what is wrong with you? Why are you playing me like this? Like, I'm too fragile to be.
Once again, the aesthetic is always there. Eyebrows done, hair, skin, you got your little piercing in your nose, got your little cute glasses, think she's got her eyelashes in, the nails, the little necklace, but broken. That's what these modern women do. They break you. And you be joining in, I'm a girl's girl, I'm a feminist, I'm this, I'm that, and snaps and all that other foolishness, but snapping your life away, snapping your emotions away. All that you thought and put your trust and faith in, gone. I was watching a video or a show on Netflix called, Squid Game. And it wasn't the actual show, it was the reality series. I'm just now getting around to watching it. And at I think episode 5 or 6, or it was one of those 7, the women started talking stupid. Talking about, we need to make an alliance. There's all these men making an alliance. We need to show them that we are not to be ignored. We're serious. We need to stick together. There have been alliances with men and women on them. Why do you try to make it seem like men have been putting y'all out, like y'all haven't been welcomed? Why you try to make it seem like men are the problem? Can't even watch a show without these modern women infiltrating what you looking at, what you doing. And out of nowhere, oh, we gonna show them until it got time to eliminate somebody. And then they start turning on each other. Oh, you're supposed to be for the sisterhood. You're supposed to be for the girl code. I'm not for anything. I'm for common sense. You shouldn't have made that stupid alliance in the first place. Stop talking about men like you're an idiot. They didn't do anything wrong to you. This is a game. It's every man and woman for themselves. And y'all be acting like men be treating y'all wrong, but y'all be treating yourselves wrong. Y'all turn on each other. And unfortunately, for this young lady, this is real life. Instead of it being a game for 4.6 million or however much it was, she gets nothing but a broken heart, sent back home to complain on the internet. How many of them ladies gonna say sorry? None of them. How many of them ladies gonna come to her house? Hey, you know what? They some jerks. Let's have a movie night, me and you, and we'll be friends. None of them. Because modern women don't care about nobody but themselves. They don't care about nothing else but their own narrative. And they'll spin it, make it up, throw it out there, anything to get what they want, regardless of if you're a man or a woman, or even in some cases, a child. Heck, if it's the dog, all of y'all can get it just the same way. I'm a modern woman and I have to get to the top by any means necessary. I'm a modern woman and I approve this stupid message.
Like, gameplay, like having female friends like that, it's really taking a toll in my mental health. Like, I can't go through that ever again. I'd much rather just be all by myself. Like, I don't care having guy friends who secretly want to fuck me. Don't care. From now on, I'll just have guy friends. No more female friends, because they're just as toxic as guy friends. Like, might as well just have some guy friends. I don't know, for fun.
I'm completely insane. I literally decide, like, hey, you know what? I'm in the area. I'm going to drive by this man's house, okay? Let me just, like, see if he's home. Not only is he home, he's standing in his driveway washing his car. I have to pass his house. So I literally pass by. I look at him in my rearview mirror. He's looking at my car. I'm like, oh my God, what do? I panic. So I pull into, like, a random driveway. And I'm watching him, like, stand there with the hose, like, looking at me, like, what is she doing? And so I'm, like, in my car in this driveway. And I'm, like, hoping that he just, like, goes back to washing his car or something. So I can, like, drive away. Like, I don't really have a plan at this point. And then he walks down the street up to my car, knocks on my window. I look at him and he goes, what are you doing? And I'm like, what are you doing? And he's like, where are you going? And I was like, to my friend's house. And he was like, your friend? And I was like, yeah, I'm going to my friend's house. And he was like, who's your friend? And I was like, this is my friend. And he goes, okay, so then go up to the door. And I just look at him and he's like, yeah. He was like, that's an old lady and I mowed her lawn this morning. What are you doing?
So you're stalking him, basically. And then you lied to him about it. And then not only did you lie, he had to catch you in your lie. Oh, I'm visiting a friend. This is your friend? This is an old lady's house. I just mowed her lawn. Get out of this man's face and go find some other business.
Okay, you guys. So, a while back, I saw one of those like female, like empowerment videos that was like, if the girl who goes on more dates is also the girl who finds her husband quicker. And like, literally, I couldn't agree more, because I ended up finding my husband like after 8 months, and legit, like I was going on date after date after date after date. Like there was times I was just going on 3 or 4 dates a week. And honestly, I enjoyed all the meals, all the fun conversations, but in all honesty, like I'm happy that those moments happen, because with every date, like I learn what I did and did not like. And I would talk with my therapist, just about what I learned from each date. And I learned more about myself in the process. And then 8 months later, girl, I sat down and I knew that man was my husband. And we got engaged at 8 months and married at a year. So y'all keep going on those dates, ladies. Your husband is out there, I promise.
Maybe I'm tripping and this is just me. Basically what I hear is you're going to find yourself on somebody else's dime. That's what you're going to do. And you're going to expect them to take it on the chin. Oh, just be a gentleman, be chivalrous. Oh, just be a good person. Think critically. That's what you need to be doing. Stop spending somebody's money. If you want to go find yourself, you need to start paying for that experience. If you are not genuinely interested in the person, then you need to start paying for that. Too many of these modern women get out there. Oh, I learned this tonight. I learned that. Continue getting experience at the hands of another man. Continue getting experience on another man's dime, on another man's tab. Oh man, this was really good. We should do it again sometime. After you didn't racked up a $300 bill. This is really good. We should do it again sometime. After you didn't took this man's money and paid rent, nails, makeup, hair, bought you flowers, little presents, little trinkets. We should do it. Of course, we should do it again, because you're not paying the tuition. You're not paying the fee. You're not paying the freight. So of course, we should do it again. Oh, I found my husband, life happily ever after. So girls, keep on going on those dates. Never, oh, ladies, go on the dates, but I want you after each and every date to think about what it is. Or even before you go on the date, you should be able to analyze and think, what do I like about this man? What don't I like about this man? Is this somebody that I really want to spend my time with? Oh man, he's handsome. Ooh, he's cute. But I'm looking at, it's just this right here. We don't have the same core values. We don't have the same religion, or maybe we think differently about politics. I don't know if I'm willing to budge on that. So I'd rather not spend his money. But if there's a chance that you would like to see him, you know what? I want to give him a chance. Let's see what he's talking about. And you still find after that chance that it was what I thought it was. Maybe at some point in time, you should start paying for some of the dates. Maybe at some point in time, you should start paying half. Don't you think that's fair? So that every single date that you go on, where you know you're not going to like that man, you're just out there doing whatever, and then at the end, the man gets nothing but an empty wallet, an empty pocketbook, and people telling him that's just the rules of the game. Where are the men at? Where are the generous men? Why don't they pay like they used to? Because it's a whole entire bit. Well, if you don't have any money, you shouldn't be dating. If you don't have a clear understanding of what you want out of a man, in a man, for your future, then you shouldn't be dating. If you're not understanding clearly what it is that you're looking for, because you ain't been thinking about it, you shouldn't be dating. Tired of these modern women saying what men and what they shouldn't be doing, what they should be doing. You're a real man if you step up and take care of another man's child. You're a real man if you pay for the date and you don't expect nothing in return and you just keep on paying. No, I'm a stupid man because I keep on giving my money to something that I know after a while is not going to pan out. I know for sure you not going to like me, or I'm not going to like you. So I'm not going to go out here and waste my money knowing that we're not going to go nowhere. I mean, if I just wanted to be out the house, then yeah, sure, maybe. But that'll be my decision, how I spend my money, not yours. Men are coming to the light and saying, you know what? We've been thinking about this for a long time. We know what you guys are doing, what you've been doing, but we've tried to continue being gentlemen. But you guys aren't ladies anymore. You guys, y'all not feminine no more. And y'all not trying to be. Y'all trying to get over on people. And enough is enough. You got it.
Patrice, Dallas, 36. What's your zodiac sign?
I don't believe in that.
Okay. And no kids. Never married?
Biblically, yes. Biblically, no. Legally, yes. I'll just leave it at that. So legally, I was married, but not biblically.
How many years were you legally married for?
2.5.
So when did you get divorced?
2019.
So was it a deal? Like you got married to help somebody out?
No. So I don't believe in divorce and remarriage. And he's been married 2 times before me. So marriage is until death. So I had to leave due to my beliefs. So anybody that's been married before, it's a deal breaker.
So you won't get married again yourself then?
No, I will, because I've never been married before outside of him. That's why I say biblically I wasn't married.
Girl, now you know it's gonna make no damn sense.
It does.
So
yeah.
You were legally married and you want to get married again, but you won't marry a man that was once married because you don't believe in somebody getting married after they were married.
Right. It's until death. So if you go out and marry someone.
But honey, but you were married and you got divorced for whatever reason. So I'm not here to challenge why you got divorced, but you essentially wouldn't even marry yourself. You are the person you're talking about.
We can leave it at that.
Divine Photo says, sounds like a walking contradiction. So you don't want a man that was married, but you was married. So that means you are the walking red flag.
Well, you got to understand the Bible to know where I'm coming from. When you've been married, let's just say 2 people that are single and they get married and, you divorce for whatever reason. The Bible says you can do that, but it doesn't give any reason where you should be going out and remarrying. You're married to that person until death. Now, if you go get remarried, you're in adultery until you divorce them and go back to your first spouse. You got to understand the word. That's why I'm not here to, argue about it.
The question is, we're trying to figure out why are you the exception to your rule because you yourself were married. So
anybody's the exception if you've never been married before. Marriage is for 2 people who have never been married before. That's what marriage is.
Okay, Patrice, we understand that, but I guess what we're trying to understand is because you were once married yourself. So
it wasn't biblical though.
So could a man be like you? Could he say he was married, but it wasn't biblical? Is he an option?
Yes, he can. If he's never married prior to the one that he married, let's just say for instance, me. I was never married prior to the man that I was married to, right? He was married 2 times before me, so I was his 3rd marriage. So therefore, his first spouse, she's still living. He's still married to her biblically. Just because you go out and get remarried again, that doesn't make that marriage null and voided. You're still married to that person. But a lot of people don't see it that way.
So should a man think you're still married to him since he was your first husband?
He wasn't my first. He wasn't mine. He never belonged to me. He still belonged to his first spouse.
Okay, so let me ask you this. When you got married to him, you didn't know he was married previously twice before?
I did know. However, I didn't come into, listen though, I knew, but I didn't come into this knowledge until after we married. So when I knew that it was wrong, I got out of it.
Is that why you got a divorce?
Yes.
Okay, so y'all were married, and then when did you get the knowledge that he's still married biblically to his first wife?
This was probably in 2018, 17.
Were you in church when it? I mean, I'm just wondering, how did you get the information?
Yeah, I was in church, but I was praying about it too. So it was just something that I was struggling with. And, once I came into the knowledge, I just knew that I needed to get out of it. I wasn't going to just stay in it just because. No.
Okay. So I'm learning. I'm trying to learn from your point of view. So you're saying you were never biblically married because your husband was an ex-divorcee.
Right. Yes, and his first spouse is still living. Now, has she been, passed on, he has the right to go remarry. But while she's still living, no. She belongs to him and he belongs to her.
I see what she's saying, but she's not expressing herself correctly. Basically, among many Christians, she's talking about divorce and what you can get divorced for. And some Christians believe you can get divorced and remarried. That's the thing. Anybody can get divorced, but you have to remain by yourself unless your spouse has died. Then you can go marry somebody else. Or some other Christians believe either your spouse has died or they cheated. Then you can go get remarried. And then some believe, oh, it don't matter. We gonna get divorced anyway, so it don't matter. But what she's saying is, listen, I knew my husband at first was divorced, but I wasn't saved. My sins weren't forgiven by God. But now that I'm in the church and I'm saved, all the mistakes that I made before, they're forgiven. So now I have to do the right thing. That's essentially what she's saying. Now the dude that I was with, I can't be with him because he already had another woman. And now I know that's wrong, so I can't do it. So that's basically what she's talking about. Once I'm in one state, but now that I understand another state of things, now that I have the knowledge of the Christian faith, then I can't do that anymore. So I have to find a man that is he's in church, he's saved, and I'm in church and I'm saved. And now we can get married because all that stuff that we did previously when we were not saved and in church, that's the old life. Baptized, saved, forgiven, that sort of thing. That's all she's talking about, but could have done a better job of explaining.
I understand what I'm about to say could be pretty controversial and very niche, but when I go to the gym, I'm okay with people looking at me. When I post something and clothes they just sit a certain way on me. Let's just say that. It doesn't matter what I wear. Sweats, shorts, leggings, pants. It'll just sit. I'm okay with people looking. It's a given. What else am I gonna do? I'm posting on the internet for people to view me, to look at me. It's pretty much common sense that I am okay with that. So when people are commenting things like, oh, and these are type of women that get offended when men look at the gym, I'm fine. I would have looked too. It's okay that you look at me, Cameron.
No, yes, I'm going to dress up as a freaking angel for Halloween. I don't care what you say. I'm wearing the freaking lingerie. I'm putting on a freaking tutu. I'm putting on freaking white bands. I don't care. I don't actually care because you know what? That's who I am inside me, and that's who you freaking married. That's who you freaking said that you would freaking help when they're sick. And so what? Maybe I'm sick in the head by freaking wearing an angel costume, but whatever. This is what I'm being for Halloween.
Why don't women care about our loneliness? We have a male loneliness epidemic in this country.
Yes, we do. But let's hear more.
Because you literally hate us. You don't like our opinions or choices or the way we have fun or the way we dress or the music we like or literally anything about us. And while yes, all of this is true.
Only in the minds of those that are unable to think for themselves and believe everything that they're told on social media.
I would even take it a step further.
Naturally.
And say that I don't care about male loneliness because I didn't cause it.
No, just a lot of the women that happen to think in the same manner did.
Male loneliness is a self-inflicted problem that men are not willing to actually try and address.
I wonder if they're going to generalize men anymore. I mean, is it actually possible that they could do so?
If you make yourself a horrible, unpleasant person to be around, people will not want to be around you. If your pastimes are making fun of women and everything they like and everything they do, there seems to be a pretty big correlation with women not wanting to spend time with you.
Here's an idea. Maybe they just don't want to spend time with certain women that act in certain ways.
And instead of actually looking internally and men being like, maybe I should address why I actually feel and talk and think this way about women, they flip the coin and blame women for the problem. Your loneliness is not our fault just because we don't want to spend time with somebody who obviously hates us.
Well, of course, it always has to be all of the men's fault all of the time, because for some women, taking any kind of personal accountability or indeed responsibility would be way too much to ask.
Work on that, and you would be shocked how quickly this loneliness epidemic ends.
And if a person stops generalizing other people and actually opens up their minds to other possibilities, you'd be surprised what would happen.
Exactly. And honestly, looking at that previous clip where she was saying that she was going to wear whatever she wanted to wear in her husband's face reminds me of that ex-NBA player that married that ex-dancer. And then she came to a point to where she was like, well, I'm not making enough money. I want a little bit more money. So I'm going back out there to the streets. And it's like, I told you I'd take care of you if you stop doing that. Oh, well, it just ain't working for me. So I'm going to go ahead and do what I want. So you're going to go past what your husband is saying and you're going to go disrespect your husband blatantly. But then you wonder why men don't want to be around women. Oh, the male loneliness epidemic. Yeah, you know what? At that point in time, let me be lonely. If that's how you're going to treat me, let me be by myself.
Why are men expected to act like a husband in a boyfriend stage, but you don't feel as though you need to act like a wife in a girlfriend stage until somebody chooses to make you a wife? Make it make sense. If you never displayed qualities of being a wife, why would anybody want to make you one? It sounds like women just never want to put any effort first. Like, we feel like we just have to offer minimal effort and that should be significant enough. That and the cat should just have it in the bag. I don't know about y'all, but if I'm choosing to be in a relationship, I'm in it to win it. Do you want dinner, baby? Massage, baby? Baby, what do you need? Y'all are literally admitting to doing half it and then wondering why you still are not a wife. And they got the audacity to be complaining about why Suzanne's a wife before you. You haven't showed anything.
Being a husband is kind of like working in the complaints department of a really product. And like, I am the product, you know? Because every day I hear new things about me that I have to improve.
Women are not romantic. Y'all want romance, but y'all not romantic in general.
True.
What happens when you do get the man you want? You're not even prepared to take care of him. Because every woman want a good man until it's time to be a good woman. Y'all want a king, but y'all not king size. Ooh. Every woman ain't fit for a king. Ooh. You're not even king size. You don't even know how to make him feel 10 feet tall. Yeah. And then when that man's love cup is on E and he begins to act funny, they project.
Yeah.
I don't know what man needs to hear this, but stop taking care of that woman who is not treating you well, not appreciating you, not respecting you. You do not win an award for sticking around. You do not win an award for saving her. In fact, all you are doing is drowning yourself in the process.
I don't know what women need to hear this, but hear me clear. If you got a man that loves you, if you got a man that's trying, that's doing everything in his power to get better and rise to the occasion of loving you, stay there. Because it's easy for you to be like, I can have anybody I want, because you can. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people want me, and that's probably true because you're beautiful. But you will quickly find out that a lot of them that want you, you don't even want. And a lot of men that want you will never love you, will never try as hard as the man that you are with right now, will never rise to the occasion of loving you. Sometimes that's the illusion. You'll be like, oh, you don't know how many men ask for my number. You don't know how many men I can have anybody I want. You don't be wanting people. That's very rare. So if you're in a relationship with a man who doing his very best to learn you, to love you, to get better on behalf of loving you, stick the around, because I'm trying to tell you that a lot of people want you, but a lot of people don't have the capacity to keep you, love you, or take care of you. Do not let the illusion of all these men wanting your number and liking your pictures and getting in your head eat you out of a good person that actually care about you.
This is exactly why I say never accept a coffee date. Look at what this man said. Coffee date is the best way to vet women.
No. He said they're the best way to vet materialistic women. You forgot that very important word. And the reason why It's not because men hate women. Men love women, but they don't want to invest into a woman who's only going to take their money and their resources and their time and give nothing back. A coffee date is a great way to get to know someone and see if you guys actually want to continue getting to know each other without losing too much money from either side. I think it's completely fair, and any woman who's interested in a man won't care about where they go on the first date, right?
Recently, I matched with a doctor on a dating app.
Oh, that's pretty cool. A lot of women want a doctor, so this should work out well.
And I was just like, I said, what do you do? He's like, I'm a doctor. And he was just like, I was like, okay, so what's your goals?
His goals? What? He's a doctor.
And he was just like, oh no, I kind of blocked you because like, what do you mean what's my goals? Is a doctor not enough? I don't want somebody who's content with where they are.
Content with where they are? He's a doctor.
Being a doctor is amazing. I understand what you guys go through to get there, but why can't you want more? I guess me having 3 jobs shows you that I'm never comfortable with being in one place.
Not being he need to run for the president.
It's not a money thing more, so I guess it's an ambition thing.
Did she say ambition? Do you know how hard it is to become a doctor? What is wrong with this lady? It takes years to become a doctor. You saying he ain't got no ambition? Do you know why I'm not a doctor right now? Because I didn't want to do what I have to do to become a doctor. People only work 3 jobs when they don't make enough on their one job. If he's a doctor/surgeon, he probably makes enough to only work one job. Can we just close dating for like a year? Just close it. Just lock the doors. Nobody date for like a year. Just shut it down. Let's just regroup and just change some things around because this ain't working, man. This is not working.
The real men, the real value men, they don't wear anything flashy. You don't even know they have money. That's the beauty. They wear same t-shirt every day. Yeah, sure. And they're the true men with the values. They're the ones who, they're dangerous. They know their stuff. And if they want to inflict danger, they know. But the beauty about them is that they have that everything's under control. So if anyone wants to mess with them, you know you're gonna get burned. But because they're so in control and in their king energy, the girls know that he is a good person to be with because he can protect me, but he also will respect me and love me.